Hi guys. Yeah, I've got some explaining to do because there's a certain type of car brand that always remains in my heart whether I own one or not. And recently, because my life has changed and I am living back home with my parents, I have a bit more spare money and I get a bit bored sometimes. And no matter how much I try and stop thinking about said car brand, it always remains in my heart, and I just can't escape the love that I have for the car brand, which of course is the Abarth brand. And basically, let's do some explaining as I have just recently purchased a Abarth number 6, and here she is, guys. Let's go. So, what have I bought then? And I had some thinking to do because my previous Abarth was the Series 4, so the facelift to this one, but it was bottom spec. So I had a newer shape Abarth, but it was bottom spec. And I never really gelled with the previous Abarth, which was my podium blue with 145 horsepower, I want to say, from the factory. So I had to think, did I want the newer shape Series 4 Abarth, but in my price range, it would make it another base spec, which, as I just said, I didn't gel with my base spec Series 4 Abarth previous to this one. Or did I want to go for the fastest top spec? And again, in my price range, it would then make it the previous model, which is the pre-facelift, the Series 3. And I had to go for, let's say, speed over looks. I say looks, this car is absolutely stunning. So this then is a 2016. I've covered over the plate because it's got its original horrible plate on it. And I'm a bit of a plate snob and I'm waiting to get one of my personal plates on the car. So it is a 2016 16 reg, 595 Competizione, and in a stunning colour, which I believe, I've just had to Google it because I've come away from the baths and colours and stuff and specs. But this is actually in circuit grey. I let you into a little Abarth kind of spec secret. Now, some of these newer Competizione Series 4, they're actually less spec than the older Series 3 Competitiones. For example, the Series 3 comps always came with, and I think the Turismos actually, because I used to have a Series 3 Turismo, they always came with the xenon headlights with the little sticky outy washer jets. On some more of the much newer Series 4 Competitiones, they did away with the xenons and the xenon headlight washer jets. So yeah, factory xenons is a really cool luxury thing to have, as I haven't had it on an Abarth for a long time, basically. Now, being Abarth number 6, I have had 5 previous ones. That's really good maths, Amber. Nice one there on the spot maths. So I would have loved to have had another yellow Abarth, but I couldn't be kind of too picky when getting Abarth number 6. As I just said, I narrowed it down to the fact that I wanted an older Competizione, and when I was looking, this was the only Competizione locally to me that was for sale at a used car dealer, and it was in my price range. Now, I have had a bad experience when buying, well, I thought I'd bought basically a previous Bath, and you can click on the card above. So when trying to buy this Bath from another used car dealership, I was a little bit wary. But luckily enough, Corf Mullen Cars really looked after me, kept me in the loop, gave me a little bit of money off the car, because you always want a bit of money off, don't you? And they presented to me my Abarth here. So circuit grey is obviously quite a kind of dark nardo grey colour. I think it really suits the car. So it's not a leery yellow like I've had previously, but we have got some yellow accents, which also made me want this car. So again, Competizione spec means this car comes with the Brembos all round, and not just the Brembos, you also get the Brembo calipers. I actually have them in the yellow, so you can see them sticking out through the black wheels there. And also, it's not an Abarth, I think, without the Abarth stripe. And I have the Abarth stripe here in gloss black, which is, I was going to say subtle, it's not, but it is nice and subtle. But yeah, absolutely love the bright yellow calipers against the circuit grey. It's a winning combo from me. So as well as having the Brembos all around and my lovely bright yellow Brembo calipers here on the front in particular, these are my 17-inch Tributo wheels, I believe, and these are in like a satin matte black. They're pretty good condition. There's a little bit of curbing, but I'd say they're like 90% fine. And me being a bit OCD, as well as this being a used car, I'm pretty happy with the overall condition of all 4 of the wheels, really. And the sun is in my eyes. Can you see me? And of course, being a 595 Competizione, it wouldn't be a Competizione, and it wouldn't be in a Abarth, to be honest, without the quad record monitor, exhaust system on this. Oh my god, I love this bath. So glad I went for a comp, guys. So glad. And also, being a competizione, I believe these particular ones came with the rear parking sensors from factory standard. And guys, I can't remember the last time I had any parking sensors. It might have been an old Merc that I had, but yeah, I forget I've got these because it's been a while, but they're a very handy thing to have in your rear bumper, although it's a small car. But I can park. I don't need them. It's just nice, you know. And because this is the 5x5 Competizione, up front here, powering the whole car, we have the 1.4 T-Jet turbo engine. Now this turbo is the bigger one out of the two, so my previous slower Abarth had the IHI, but I think they are less laggy. This has got the faster, quicker Garrett turbo in, which means this Competizione from standard would have come out the factory with around about, we're going to say, 180 horsepower. Also, another little fact from back in the day, all the Abarths Competiziones used to come with all these like aluminium caps. So I am actually lucky enough here to have the oil one. However, unfortunately, or I don't know whether someone's changed it or this car just didn't come with it for whatever reason, I haven't got the aluminium fuel cap on, which usually the Abarths used to come with Competizione wise. But yeah, 108 horsepower, just what I wanted. Oh, and also BMC air filter, I think these cars came with from standard. Being a Competizione, there's a couple of stickers and badges. Do you get me? Again, when buying this car from Corf Mullen Cars, they haven't asked me to shout them out. I just said I would because I appreciated the good service from them after having, as I said earlier, a bad previous experience from a used car dealership when buying actually another Abarth. Prepared it for me, so it had, well, it's got new rear Brembo discs on the back. And what else did it have? Oh yeah, a window switch was playing up, which I've never experienced in the Bath before, so I think it's a sticky switch, so they managed to sort that for me. This is a 2016 car, as I've already said, so mileage wise, because I'm into kind of mileage, and if you guys want to know, it's on 52,000 miles. And as I have a company van, so any cars I own are for the weekend only. The 50 odd is a bit annoying, but it is an old car, but then I won't put many miles on it anyway, so I'm not really that bothered. And I think I am the 5th owner. The previous owner bought this car from Corf Mullen Cars and then traded it back in with them a couple of years later, so I believe this was in a collection of kind of cars. And I believe the previous owner to me was like an older kind of guy, so that's kind of good to know. And also this car has previously had a water belt.
You what, Amber? A water belt? What is that? Yeah, sorry, I actually meant a water pump.
And cam belt job in 2022, full service history of course, so, and a long MOT actually as well. So really, maintenance engine wise, we should be all good. I've accidentally ended up picking a nice sunny day to film, but it's also a bit windy, so I'm going to stay in this sunny spot for a minute just to tell you this. This is actually recently Abarth number 3 that I've tried to buy, and obviously I now have bought and it's mine. I'm going to just tell you a little story. Maybe, I can't remember now, a couple of months ago, I went and I actually bought a Competizione, and it was an auto. Now, I'd never driven an auto Abarth, but I liked it and I've got bad shoulders, so it was really good for me. I managed to get finance, but it was very expensive a month, but I thought, who cares? You know, I'm living at home, got some Wonga, let's go. They put the sold sign on the car was sold to me.
And I was also meant to explain here that I actually got messed around by the dealership. It ended up me forcing a deal with the car, and I then wasn't happy with everything that had gone on.
On the day of me meant to be collecting the car, and they even had the wheels refurbished for me, on the day of me collecting the car, I just wasn't excited for it, and something didn't feel right. I just wasn't excited to get this Abarth. On the day of me collecting the car, I pulled out. Now, yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, like I said, it had a sold sign on, it was meant to be for me. And yeah, and then recently I was looking for, you can get obviously these Abarths, not so good a spec, but quite cheap, being the Series 3. You can get older Abarths quite cheap, is what I'm trying to say. And recently I saw an Abarth on Air Ride. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I actually managed to get some money together to buy this cheaper Abarth, but it was quite modified, and I thought that's cool for me. Buying a cheaper Abarth, it's got Air Ride on, which is worth a couple of grand anyway. So someone spent some money on this car, lost the money, then I can come and grab a modified Abarth at a good deal. Something a bit dodgy about the car is all I'm going to say, and I managed to pull away from that one. I thought, oh, it's Abarth number 6, just not meant to be for me. Then I started looking on, obviously, Auto Trader, come across this one locally, you know, nice colour, good spec, local, as I just said. and obviously, yeah, this one actually did happen. So this is Abarth number 3 out of recently tried to buy, and obviously I now have bought. We got there in the end, guys. Just want to share that because you wouldn't have known. So yeah, bit of a mad kind of Abarth number 6 trying to buy Abarth number 6 story. But yeah, we got there in the end with this one. Get out of that wind for a minute, it's a bit chilly. So being a competizione, another thing that I hadn't had for a long time, well, since I owned my last competizione. We got the Saybelt seats here from standard because it is a competizione spec. What I like about these seats is, I'm going to say half leather. The top half is leather, not even a half. The top bit is leather. The very bottom bit is leather. The rest of it's like Alcantara and I don't know, some other material. So we have got the red embroidered 595 into the bit of the leather here. Also the red stitching. Not a fan of red, guys. So the red has faded a bit. That's why I don't like red. I would have preferred if they'd been yellow, but you know, whatever. At least the outside's got some yellow bits. And then inside again, another old competition spec is you get the aluminium gear knob. Nice and warm now. The car's been sat in the sun. Cold of a winter, so a lot of people do sometimes sell knob warmers. It is a thing, guys, within the Bath community. Don't think that's weird. That is true. Leather steering wheel, flat bottom, steering wheel controls. These are a bit annoying because they're a bit slow. We've got the horrible, I hate it, radio in here. It's got the Blue and Me, so the only way you can play your music, I believe, is with a cable. Being a comp, all the comps came with the climate control, so I have got that, something I haven't had in a Bath for a while. And also, being a comp and a later comp, this one, the last kind of Series 3 models on the 2016 plate. The Series 4 facelifts. So this is all the Abarth knowledge that I like to share with you guys, but I know I've got in my head, but I just, you know, I am passionate about the Abarth, that's why I can just reel off a spec. This being a late Series 3 model, it does come with the more digital dash. It's a different dash to the Series 4s, admittedly. I don't really like its layout, but yeah, we have got the digital dash. And then all competitiones, again, back in this kind of era anyway, you come with the matte kind of grey dashboard accents. And then in the backs, we've got tiny bits of leather on the Saybelts in the front. In the back, full leather seats. No mats, really annoyingly. And I didn't realise how expensive official Bath mats are. I've actually got a set in my Golf, but the Golf also needs mats. So yeah, no mats. Really need to sort that out ASAP. But yeah, the interior is a nice place to be. No marks on the seats, no rips or anything. Doesn't smell like the car's been smoked in. So from the interior wise, pretty good condition. I'm a happy girl. But yeah, these seats take a bit of getting used to. The Saybelts are rock hard on your back. But yeah, it's not on a Bath, I don't think, without these Saybelts in. And I got a set. You'll also get the leather door cards, a Bath 595 Competizione carbon fibre kick seal plates. You get the Scorpion in the adjuster here for the back of the seat. You get the retro pull there, which sometimes you can go wrong. I think they both work. I haven't tried this seat actually. And yeah, well, actually, let's just try it. Hang on. Yes, it works because they're an expensive job otherwise. And yeah, the full leather seats. Unfortunately, these have also got the satin kind of grey effect on them. But unfortunately, these are actually a bit marked up. But you're only gonna know that now I've told you guys, otherwise you wouldn't have known. Damn it. But yeah, pretty cool interior, guys, isn't it? Also, aluminium pedals. I'm saying that word a lot and I don't like saying aluminium, but there we go. You do get the aluminium pedals from standard on the comps as well. Series 3 Turismos and the comps all came with this pretty pointless but parcel shelf in leather with the Competizione stitched in, and if I close the boot, it's always nice because you can see it there, and you can also sometimes see it in the rear view mirror kind of, yeah, reflecting, so pretty cool. I tell you what then, guys, so normally when I reveal to you a car, because I do it quite often, I'll normally save like a come drive with me video for another video, but should we just go for a drive now to finish off the video? I think that's more than appropriate for my 180 top spec of the time, 595 Competizione, which is now mine. So let's finish off the video in the cockpit, driving the car, listening to the sweet sound of the record Monza exhaust. Let's go and have some fun, shall we? Oh, and also, guys, for all you GTI fans, because I also own a Mark IV GTI, I don't plan on that actually going anywhere. So, yeah, the Abarth isn't a replacement for the GTI. I've got a little bit of a soft spot and a bit of love for the GTI. At the moment, I'm a two-car kind of gal. Let's go and drive the Abarth anyway. Let's do it.
Right, so sports mode, which should open up the valves on the Record Monza and make the acceleration more on point on the old throttle pedal. Such a difference, because I actually have been driving this around in non-sports mode, because it says lightens up the steering for my dodgy shoulders. It's so responsive being a 180 comp as well. Let's just do one more little lap of this and then we'll come back out, I think. Oh, it handles so well. Yes, this is why we wanted a 180 competizione, guys. Oh. Right, anyway, on to some actual proper road. Ooh-wee! Bit of dual carriageway. Here we go. Oh, these indicators. Second gear to 40, yes please. Oh, it's always someone to spoil your fun when you're trying to give it some free YouTube video, isn't there? An Audi Q6 wanted to get in front of me. It's actually a real treat, because as I just said, I don't have it in sports mode all the time like I used to. 3 bad shoulders, and in my other baths are always in sports mode all the time. So when it is in sports mode, I really notice a difference. I will do a proper drive with me video, because I can go into some more about how I find this particular 50,000 mile old Abarth, how it drives. So I just wanted to give you a little taster into how this car drives and how it puts such a smile on my face, just like all these Bath cars seem to do, especially this one being the 180 Competizione. So guys, let me know in the comments below, are you guys happy to see me back in an Abarth? The Golf is still around, so don't worry about that. We've got more videos to come on the Golf. Am I gonna plan on modifying this Abarth? Yes. Will it be any time soon? Probably not, to be honest, because now I'm maturing, I kind of like my cars to be like OEM plus, so like not really stupid, and like I'm kind of maybe glad this car maybe isn't yellow. Now I'm a bit grown up, so I feel it anyway. Yeah, let me know if you like this particular car that I've bought, the Series 3 2016 595 Competizione, and obviously now I can actually go back to the actual bad Abarth meets in an actual Bath this time and feel a bit more, you know, kind of part of the squad, which is so cool. So there'll be plenty of videos to come of me taking this car on road trips with the Bath group, and you know, just going to different events in this car, some big ones, some smaller ones. Yeah, there's plenty more to come on this car. I just had to get it out there, guys. I hope you like it, because I certainly do. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want to see me take this car out just for a driving video on its own. And I'll see you in another video for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. I am stoked. See ya. Yeah, that camera's pretty wonky and it needs to go down that way. Nearly got the angle. Go down what way? I say turbo, this has got the bigger cut. Speak, get your words out properly, girl. With the Competizione stitched Tributo, Tributo. I don't know how to say it. Tributo comes with the Brembo stat. This, so again, this car